Hey, hi guys, and welcome to this live trailer reaction of Warhammer 40,000. So once again, you requested this, and there are a million things that I can cover still from the Warhammer universe, but this caught my eye, and it's a bit more recent. So yeah, I'm excited to cover this trailer. I'm going to explain as well what is this trailer for in general. And yeah, it is something that I assume is gonna be pretty epic by what I, you know, call a glimpse of. So let's see it, and hi to Ivy and to dear Clyton. So we are here gathering into the Imperium of Garites. I just love all the words in the Warhammer universe. They're just so epic and sound so awesome. I can't even remember half of them, but I love them. Okay, so that being said, let's see this.
In the darkness between the stars, the weak and the faithless find no deliverance.
Slowing the volume for me. Oh, Jesus.
We are raised to believe that the God Emperor watches over us all.
Oh my goodness.
And so we are charged to cleanse the mutant, the heretic, the alien.
Ho ho.
We must not falter. We are his sword. We are his wrath.
Oh yes, you are. Jesus.
Even in the face of death, we shall not submit. Suffering is our prayer. Faith is our armor.
Oh my god. Goosebumps.
In battle, he offers us redemption. And for those who prove worthy, the Emperor sends forth his angels.
The Necrons are toasted. Oh, Space Marines are here.
Our Imperium is besieged. Across 1,000 worlds, we fight for our survival. Those that would tear humanity down are legion. Our forces are few. Our enemies many. There is no respite. There is no mercy.
Oh no.
And in our darkest hour, a spiteful universe awakens forgotten evils to break us.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Badass.
The galaxy burns.
Yeah.
Yet still we stand. The last bulwark against the terror. And while we draw breath, we will fight. For in this new dark age, there is only war.
This is awesome. Okay. So now that I try to remember how to breathe, let's discuss this. So, oh, Jesus. Jesus, or Emperor, or Emperor. I'm kidding, but you know what I mean. Okay, so yeah, the alien. Oh, I'm sorry. It's getting late. I started later today. Wow, those sisters are so freaking cool that I would love to cosplay that as well. You know, if I ever had like a right hand cosplay person to just create for me Xena, the Emperor's armor, the sisters, everything that I can possibly fit into, I would be happy to do it, you know. So, let me try to explain to some extent at least. So, basically, guys, unfortunately for me and for you, maybe that are gamers, I mean, not the gamers, the tabletop gamers, but you know, the gamers, video games gamers, this is not a game, unfortunately. This is a trailer to the latest edition of the tabletop version of the game. So, yeah, it's basically to hype everybody that are playing the tabletop game that there's some new stuff coming, uh, and all of that. Some new rules, maybe, and the Sisters of Battle, they're pretty awesome faction, and as far as I understand, they were not that fleshed out previously. So now a lot of fans are, you know, happy with this because they're giving more, you know, more coverage, so to speak. I mean, more attention. So that is great. And what is happening here? At least I was shocked a bit. From what I know thus far, is that the Necrons are fighting the Sisters and the Marines, and not just a Marines, but those are uh, it's very hard to say this. I'm sorry. Not primers, not primers. Have to see how to pronounce this, but they're a bit more advanced, or a lot more advanced space marines. They're not like regular space marines, or they're a pretty big deal, and they're a bit newer. So, and the Necrons, they're not supposed to be here. Well, this could take place in I don't know when. So they can think of whatever they want. I mean, the lore is still being written as the game is being updated. Um, so here we see a guard woman from the Imperial Guard. And some people do like those soldiers the most, although they're the regular soldiers, but they're also cool in a way. And this is a sister, you know, one of the coolest factions that are female, the Sisters of Battle, and they're very, very strong warriors, very cool, and they have extreme faith in the Emperor. I mean, to such an extent that they're able to heal themselves, and you can see that in the trailer. So they're extremely determined to fight for the Emperor, and they have like the most solid faith you can imagine. And the Necrons are alien faction that has very interesting story by themselves. They are surrounded in this living metal that basically is alive. It's not just a metal. It's a long story. I don't want to mess anything, you know, and just to tell you the whole lore, but I do know about their story. So yeah, here she gets hurt and she starts praying to the Emperor, and that heals her. Now, whether or not the Emperor has to do with the healing himself directly, or her faith as a matter of conviction gives her this healing power, and all of that. I'm not sure about that, but that is what makes them special and unique. Because no matter where this power comes from, the source of it, it is working. Hi, Fiend. They're so cool. Look at that. Look at that epicness. Ah, jeez. So yeah, I'm perfectly convinced that they're capable of dealing with the Necrons. Like 100%. Although the Necrons are pretty, you know, formidable foe. Like for sure. But this is maybe, created to encourage people to try different factions, because as far as I know, on the tabletop a lot of people just prefer to build their armies from Space Marines only, and in terms of the alien factions, maybe orcs are more famous, something like that. So they're mixing things up and bringing, the others to play, so to speak. So yeah, this is amazing, and it's just another proof that if we have a Warhammer series, which everybody are telling me that we're going to have, just imagine the potential, guys, because this lore is much more rich, is much more vast and complicated, but much more interesting in my opinion than a lot of things that we already have received, so to speak. As I mean, it's more rich than let's say even Lord of the Rings. I mean, like, so much more layers to it, so much history to it. So it's, I don't know how to explain it, but since I tapped into it, I'm like floored in a good way, and so impressed and got so into it that I can't even believe that, because this is something that exists for like 30 years, but I just discovered it and I'm so fascinated that I became a fan immediately. Immediately. And the more I learn about it and the factions, the more I, find things to love about everything and about each faction, because each and every faction is so interesting. I'm like, who writes those things? Because to me, they're very original, and the substance that they have, I can't even begin to cover it, really. I'm so impressed. So yeah, that is it pretty much about what this is. Like I've said, it's not a new animated movie, unfortunately, for me, but it is, for all the people that just love to play the tabletop. And hi to King as well. Hi to Jenny as well. Xenomorph. And Exilios. Yeah, I hope that you're all well, guys. Yeah, well, this is a very vast hobby for the people that actually play this on the tabletop. Like, imagine you have to basically have a small room, to play this game only for the table. And if you paint yourself the soldiers and everything, that is a hobby on its own, and it costs hundreds of dollars. And to get to build your armies, all the figures, they look so amazing because they are like little statues. It's so cool. If I see this in person, I'm gonna be like, where's my phone? I have to have to film this, have to make a picture. It's just awesome. Well, thanks, King. Yeah, that is it, guys, for this trailer coverage. But since this is inevitably a short review, I still have a bit more time, so I'm going to return with a proper stream for you guys to watch. And like, I'm gonna try 15 minutes. We'll see about what is going to be. I'm a bit torn at the moment what I want to do at the moment, but we're gonna have fun. We're going to have fun, that's for sure. So I'm returning, guys, in 15 minutes, and let's see what's gonna happen. If you haven't seen, by the way, the Deathstroke review that we did today with my dear colleague and friend Kirill from Superheroes Bulgaria. It is on the channel. That was also a very short live review of the new DC animation, so you can enjoy that. And yeah, till a little bit, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to support me, you can check out the links down below. I will appreciate that very much.